Hi, Edwin. Good morning.
Hi sir, good morning.
Hi, Arshita. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, what's going on? Any questions? Anything? Any questions? Anybody? Edwin?
No sir.
So, what's going on last week? What happened? Hmm? Both were not there. You and Arshita. Both were not there. What happened last week? Hmm?
Sir, you told about actual cost center.
Hmm? Okay, nice. Edwin, what about you?
Sir, actually I have not watched that video, sir, that Sunday video.
See, how to see Edwin?
Mm.
You can't accept the reasons,
Yeah, yes, sir.
right? So, if you don't watch,
Yes, sir.
what do you understand today?
Okay, sir.
Hmm? Right? This is what
Yes, sir.
demotivates us. I said many times, teaching is a profession. Is it like how you involve and we involve? If you neglect, we neglect because we don't get that motivation. That's how it works. Because I don't know whether you are in teaching or not. If you start teaching, you'll come to know that. Okay. So you don't understand
Yes.
what I'm telling today because I cannot repeat those things also because I have taken the theory only because I made very clear statement over there. So if you do not understand this, you don't understand other things like the configurations and other things and all is not going to work out. Okay, so please
Okay,
don't
sir.
neglect. Your negligence will lost to you, not to us. See, by this time I could have completed this course, not a problem to me. But still I'm dragging because everyone has to come together, like so that benefits has to pass everyone. Okay, remember that. Hmm?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so where are others? Okay, we'll start. Mm, See, last week what I have done now. So I have covered theoretical part of things, how the costing and um, why we required this cost centers, profit centers. So controlling model. Controlling model is mainly based on this cost centers and profit centers. So it's going to help you out, like to view the internal reports and other things and all. So I have explained how it can be used in SAP. All these things which I explained in our system and business. And our product is which we decided is a shirt and pant. And according to that, we have to create the cost centers. There is a concept of direct and indirect cost centers. So this common cost center concept is very much important. You have to understand that. Yeah, I cannot explain now. Please watch that video because when I'm creating, I'm going to create these things because I already said what's the cost centers code which we are going to use. What's the profit centers code which we are going to use. This I already. So this is the main reason which we are creating this one.
Sir,
Yes,
sir, I have one doubt, sir.
yes, please, Harshita.
Sir, we will uh, profit center and cost center, no, sir.
Hmm.
That means, for example, if we create a shirt profit center, means whatever we get profit from the shirt, that amount we will put in that like that, sir.
See, simple. I tell you. In another way, I tell you. Okay, so understand this. See, just assume that you have this GL accounts in your P&L account GLs. Only we are talking when it comes to controlling means only P&L account GL. Okay, no balance sheet GLs will be in. Okay, so just assume that you have booked all expenses for the year. Okay, 1,000 rupees and revenue you have mentioned 1,200 rupees. Okay, so this is your P&L account. So this is for the year, and you got the profit. Okay, 200, and this is the common criteria which I always use. Okay, so now assume that you have two products in your company. Okay, so that is, one is shirt, another is a pant. You produce these two products, and these 1,000 to 1,000 rupees expenses which you have done, right? So that means how much you have spent on this shirt and how much you have spent on this pant. How do you find out? Because if you want to get a profit, you have to fix. Say for example, you have 500 rupees, you spent 600 rupees spent on this, and 400 rupees you spent on this. Assume that there is only one quantity you produced. One quantity produced, one shirt and pant. Okay, just you have this. So then, how do you decide this? How much I spent on shirt and how much I spent? So 1,000 rupees you spent. Out of this, you have made this shirt 600 rupees spent, and this one. You have to. How do you find how much you spent? Edwin, Harshita. Just assume you have only GL accounts and expenses GL 1,000 rupees. Only one GL expenses, one revenue GL. Out of the 600, how do you decide that 600 rupees I spent on shirt and 600 rupees I spent on pant? Yes, please. Hmm?
Sir,
How do you
profit
decide?
minus.
Profit, leave it. So if you want to fix the if sales price, you should know the cost price, right? If you are buying something and you're selling to me, means you should know the buying price. Then only you can fix. Okay, you cannot fix. Okay, you are buying something 500 rupees and you cannot say 400 rupees without knowing that. You should know, okay, 500 if I buy, I have to tell 600 to 600 rupees to him. Then only you get 100 rupees profit. But you should know the buying. So buying means what? When you do the trading, that means you are buying from Edwin and you're selling to me. Then you know the price. Okay, he's selling to me 500, and I can sell it for. He's selling to me 500. That you are buying at 500, and you're selling me at 600. So you get 100 rupees because you know the final price what you are getting expenses. That is buying. That in case of trading, that's buying will come. Trading, buying will come. In case of producing, and this one means you don't know the price. You have to take all your expenses into account, and in that you have to find how much you spent on shirt and how much you have spent on pant. Then only you come to know, okay, this 1,000 rupees I spent, so that you can fix the selling price. Am I correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right, you can. So that means you should have a mechanism to understand how much I'm spending on that. If you rely on GL accounts, if you rely on GL accounts, what happens? If you rely on GL accounts, you have to keep a separate GL account. Just what we discussed for branch accounting and other things and all, right? Keeping a separate GLs, electricity GL, and here. Remember, like this. If you keep branch, okay, branch. If you keep a shirt or pant and product wise, you have to create a separate GL account for set of GL accounts to identify shirt and pant expenses. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So if you keep that GL accounts, if you have two products, okay. If you have 10 products, if you have 100 products, it's going to be difficult. Separate GLs to relay to reduce the dependency on GL accounts to get these type of reports. So what SAP made? Okay, at the time of posting, how we use this business area and these segments and other things and all which we used at the time of posting. We have used it. So what we have done at the time of posting, we have updated, okay, this is for belongs to branch 1 and this is belongs to branch 2, like this, so that we got the report. When you are doing that report, if I give that, so I could have easily find out, okay, what's my branch 1 profit and branch 2 profit. The same concept. So when it comes to products, why we keep it in separate, this one, the reason is products in one company may be 1,000, one company may be 300, maybe materials, lot of, like, say for example, if it's a scooter company, I made a project for one electric scooter. I don't want to tell the name. Okay, it's a famous scooter, everywhere you say. So I was working on that project. Okay, so in that they have finished like scooters is like, okay, uh, before that I show you this, then I'll come back. So here when we generate a report only for GL accounts, so I can get that report. This is the profit, means if whatever the business area is identified, I can easily get the breakups. Okay, business area wise. Okay, see how much is from branch 1 and how much is from branch Bangalore and Chennai. Easily I can get this. So that means what we have done at the time of posting, please understand this. At the time of posting any entries, so any journal entry, using the GL accounts, it's ultimately for P&L account. So we use that, okay, which branch it belongs to business area here. That's the reason we got. The same way, we can get this report for when you identify the shirt and pant as a cost centers and profit center. That means here, what I'm telling, instead of relying on GL accounts, what we do, we create a cost center so to collect the cost. That's what I explained here. To collect the cost, we use that. What's the use of that one? So cost centers, cost collection points, revenue collection point, profit center. So that means we here we don't we use this. Okay, we create a separate cost centers for each product, a separate cost center, profit center for. So when we are booking expenses, we use this because we have the cost centers here. When you are booking revenues, profit center we use. We have the profit center here. The same concept, profit center. So that system captures. So when we go here to the report, we have that option as well. Profit center. If I click on this profit center, we get the, okay, profitability of, what is my profitability of in this 200 rupees of shirt and pant. Got it? Clear?
Yes, sir.
That is Edwin again. Hi, Santosh.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. So that is a simple logic again, the same. So ultimately, SAP's idea is that one. So at the time of posting, it is capturing the like what are the requirements which we have to achieve. So why do you make it controlling module separate? Because costing is integrated with many options, and also with that there is one concept which which we have to understand, that is a common cost. So why do you require a common cost? Because some cost which I explained here. So when you get a salary, when you get a salary, when you get a salary on the first month, day one, you can estimate some of the cost. We can fix some of the cost is like, okay, it's going to be the same for entire month. But some costs it cannot be the same. It can vary because you may estimate, okay, my provisions is going to be 12,000, my miscellaneous expense maybe 5,000, but it can be lesser than that, it can be more than that. At the end of the month only you'll come to know. The same way, because it has different internal, sorry, external factors effects, because if your price may increase, you may use something more, or you may use less, or you may get with some functions and other things like this. So some expenses which we cannot make until it's actually incurred. We cannot fix, okay, this is the exact cost which I incurred at the month end. The same way, so in companies also, when we are producing some cost which we cannot decide, so while we are producing, because we may produce on first of the month or second of the month or 10th of the month, 15th, it's keep production is keep going on. I cannot fix that price at the same time. I cannot fix the price at the same time. Okay, when I'm producing, okay, this much I have mentioned. Okay, the salary is paid this much. Okay, salary will come to me at the month end. Labor will come to my month end. So this will come to my month end, like miscellaneous expenses, conveyances, and all. So these costs which we get. What are the direct costs? Okay, materials. What do you produce? To produce one shirt, if you assume that you have these three materials to be used: cloth, thread, and button. You have 1 meter, one roll, and this is the roll. So you use this much only means you may use more, but if you use more, you will get directly that cost because its cost is already fixed. Just like a rent, rent is fixed for entire year. Okay, so you have to understand here why we use the common cost center, because some cost we have to book, because while booking the entry, while booking the entry, when we are not clear, okay, this expenses is not belongs to shirt or pant particularly, it belongs to one both. We cannot decide how much I should allocate it on shirt and how much I can allocate it on shirt pant. So what we do, so put it in a common cost center as a month end activity. We just transfer this 40 rupees, like here I had your 100 and 100 direct expense, that is materials. This 40 rupees I divide this, okay, this much. So that's going to help out, okay, get the final cost. So total expenses which I incurred is 240 rupees. Okay, 240 rupees incurred. So out of that, 110 rupees is because common cost which we have allocated as a month end activity. This is important. Got it? Edwin?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yeah. Yes, Arshida.
sir, before only why we have to estimate, sir?
That's what estimate means. You produce a shirt, okay? How much cost you incurred? You common cost you'll not come to know, right? This common cost you'll come to know that salary. So if you have two products, just assume you pay salary, you pay conveyance expenses, okay, you pay some miscellaneous expenses, you pay some like repairs and maintenance, okay, repairs and maintenance will not come to know. So when it is like this, repairs and maintenance, salary, and these cost which is not directly related to either shirt or pant. How do you decide when you are posting? Because when you are posting entries, you'll come to know, okay, if you put that, okay, expenses into the cost center of shirt, that will go to shirt, so that captures the shirt. So just like here we can get the report how much it is, but you cannot fix it as a like okay, shirt how much, pant how much at the time of posting. So what we do, we don't as we cannot decide this one, so we keep this salary, conveyance, and other like common cost, common expenses, we keep it in a separate cost center. While posting transaction, we have to enter the expenses, okay, cost centers. So whether it's a shirt or pant. So if the shirt or pant cannot be decided, then we keep it in common cost. So that's the reason. Okay, we do. So how much salary you paid for this month? How do you come to know? At the month end only you'll come to know the total salary. At the month end only you'll come to know conveyances. Can you decide? Okay, I am going to pay this much only salary this year, this month. Is it possible? So there may be some like welfare activities may increase or decrease, maybe bonus, maybe some miscellaneous expenses may not be decided at exactly this much. So repairs and maintenance. Can you tell me, okay, repairs and maintenance, I am going to pay this much only for this month? No, right? So just like you take this example to this year, you take this example here. So how we plan our monthly budget when we get a salary? We plan our estimate, this forecast, that means estimate means we cannot exactly tell I'm going to spend this much only on provisions. I'm going to tell I'm not able to tell the miscellaneous expenses this much only. So here what we do, we get this estimated cost, okay, estimated expenses we may incur in this month based on the previous experience, previous month's data or previous total data. So based on that, I keep this much. So when I keep this much, so at the month end, I'll come to know, okay, the provisions actually I planned 12,500, 12,000, but actually it's turned into 12,500. So here, whatever I highlighted is yellow is a common cost, which we have to compare here. So these provisions and miscellaneous are going to will come to know only at by the month end. So what we have to decide here. So these month end until we get it. So we cannot judge the cost of a product, shirt and pant. Okay, this much only. So take this example. Okay, let me not go there. So here. So how do you total cost will come to know? The salary and everything, every penny, whatever we expenses we have done, it has to be transferred to cost of product only. Are you getting my point? Right? You have to get the
Yes,
returns
sir.
from there only, right? Yeah. So that's the reason when we are producing any products, we have to keep an estimate. We have to keep an estimate price based on the previous data. So at the month end, we have to take the actual data and we have to compare. So maybe here 12,000 I planned, but it's 12,500 actually. It's a 500 expenses is more. Just like that salary I may plan. Okay, salary I may plan 1 lakh rupees. It may reduce, it may increase. 1 lakh 1,000 it may go. So that total that differences. So when I produce a shirt, just assume that when I produce a shirt, when I produce a shirt, when I produce a shirt, I decided okay it's going to be 151 rupees shirt per shirt. Just assume because I got okay the materials maybe 141 rupees and other expenses like the salary, labor, and other things total maybe 10 rupees. So I estimated. How do you come to know this? Because I got the previous data, I estimated this. But then I got to know that at the month end, okay, actually the materials which I used is just let me take it 141 only, but the labor cost is 12 rupees. So to produce one shirt. So then it's going to be 153 rupees. Now whatever the stock which I received from production, which I maintained at this price, right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
But actually I spent this much. So then this 2 rupees which we call it as in rupees, we call it variance. Production variance, it remain. Lot of variance will come. Got it? That's the reason we have to do this estimation. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now we will go for actual. This is the plan behind controlling model. So when I want to do this controlling model, I have to do these configurations. There are some like I'm activating controlling model to get the shirt and pant production. So cost of shirt and pant. This is the product which I'm going to produce. What should I do first? So I have to do the configuration. Again, I should do the configuration, controlling model configuration, configuration. I should do controlling model and the master data which I wanted to create cost centers and profit centers, and then process which I want to do shirt and pant expenses and revenue booking. Yes, right? Getting my point? Are you clear, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
So now let us move to this configuration. What are the configurations which you have to do for this? So we have to do the configuration O double KP first. That is controlling area. Then OK. So then O double K. So K and K. Number range for control for controlling model. CO we call it. And OK EQ reporting versions. So then these are the three basic configurations which you have to do. Then other than this, we have one 0K5. So that is profit center configuration. And second one is 0K5 KE59. That is dummy profit center. And final one is 1KEF. This is we call it as activate direct first profits. PC means profit center. These three steps, these six steps to be done for this. After that, we have to there is one thing which we have to do, that is so linking 0L leading ledger to controlling model. So once we did this, the configuration completes. Then the master data we have to do. So here, when we are doing these configurations, don't worry about the steps. Steps are not much important. The ultimately, what is the purpose behind? Ultimately, purpose behind doing. So purpose is to get this idea. So now let us see these configurations. So O double KP. So go to new entries. So here you can click this controlling area is equal to company code. So that just enter your company code. It will pick up all the data from your company code. And then after that, so select this first one, controlling area same as company code. And here you have to enter cost center hierarchy. You can enter just B-22. CC you mention. CC means cost center. I tell you what is the purpose behind this later stage. Yes, and save this. Just click OK. So then, what's that? So once this is done, go for this second one. So you have to tell the system, I'm going to follow the controlling area to my company code. So B-22. So my company code will follow this controlling area for internal reporting for this costing and other things. The third step is you have to activate component. So you may get this ID, you get this, or you get, so you just do this. You do not get this if you activate while you're creating company code itself. Remember. Okay, that means you just give your company code here. We discuss this later. Okay, new project ID, just enter, create project ID. I tell you what's the purpose behind this. So once it is done, just go for the third one, activate components in controlling. So we are going to tell Go to new entries. We are going to tell the system. So my controlling area is going to be activated from 2025 by default. So it's 2025, and the cost centers. I need a cost center accounting, and also order management, because we are going to produce, right? Order means production order. Other things we are not learning here. Don't worry about it. So this is the basic. These two we have to activate. I am telling the system in controlling model I require cost center accounting and as well as the order management, and save this. This completes the first step. The second step is KANK. So this is the number range which we are going to do it for controlling model. So I tell you what's the purpose later stage. Right now, just do like this. Just enter 0001. Sorry, click on copy. From 0001, you have to copy to your controlling area. There are only four number ranges which you can see here. Go to intervals here. So four number ranges which will get connected. Don't worry about this. We discuss later, because how it's going to be generated, I tell you. So the third one is OKEQ. So as it's a reporting model, the controlling model is a reporting model. Remember. So here there are some versions which you have to activate. It's like how I record the report. I want this first one. Like I want plan and actual, the estimate and actual. WAP means work in progress. RA means result analysis, variance differences, all this. So that okay, today for my controlling area, I select this. I go here. Settings for each final fiscal year. Click on this. Enter your controlling area. I'm activating this report type. It will automatically get the 5 years plan, next 5 years from 2025 to 29, and save this. Go back, again select this and click on this profit, because I required profit center as well. Settings for profit center accounting and new entries. Enter 2025 and select online transfer and line items and exchange rate type. So if I'm doing any foreign currency valuations, like foreign currency costing, this one and all, purchases, expire, sales and all. So the exchange rate by default is going to be M. It's a buying and average. So this I explained at the time of parallel currency. Save it. So these two you have to do. One is settings for each fiscal year, and another one is profit center accounting, which I activated this zero version. This is the third step. So this completes the basic configuration. So the second configuration, this is actually organization configuration. CO or configuration. So what is next? This is related to profit center configuration. So for profit center to be activated, so we require these three steps. 0k E5 first step. So by default, automatically this will come your company controlling area. What you should do here, just enter B-22 PC. So first step in 4 double KP we enter B-22 CC cost center here, profit center. Enter this. I tell you what is this later. And here enter 90. 90 means the currency, which currency which I want to do this. I want the profit center accounting report should be in INR, my company code currency only. So then click on this activate indicator. That means I am activating profit center accounting in my company. These three things we have to do here. So remember here something is dummy profit center is blank. Okay. Why we create dummy profit center? I will tell you at the time of posting transaction. So this is blank now. Just I save this. Now after this I go to KE59. I enter dummy profit center. So I mention like this dummy underscore B-22. This is my dummy profit center, and I click on basic data. So what I do, I'll make it dummy profit center. and select this group. So automatically that whatever we entered last step B-22 PC, that will come here when you click this icon and say this. What's going to happen after creating this? So if you go to this again 0 key E5, so automatically this will get updated from there. So what's the purpose we discussed later. So these two steps is completed. The final step is 1 KEF activating. Go to new entries and enter from 2025. I want profit center account to be activated. That's it. So this completed the 6 steps. These steps are very simple. Actually, I'm not. I always say that I don't want to people. People has to work on profit like this. What we call it. Steps. Do not worry about the steps. Okay, where to click and what to click. That's not going to be useful unless you don't have the idea what is the use of that one. Just like a WhatsApp. If you're using a WhatsApp, if you don't know why you use WhatsApp, what's the use of doing that? Okay, you have to select this, you have to select this, you have to enter this. You should know the purpose behind what you are doing. So if you get this purpose, then you are going to get. And the combination of students is very good actually. Last week you people were not there, and those three people were there. This week you three is there, but that you people are here, and those three are not there. If you attend classes like this, how can I get? Mm, how can I do the classes? So how do you understand? Then again, you attend the classes because you have to attend for self satisfaction or guilt feel to avoid guilt feel. Hmm? Hmm? What should I do? Okay, so we'll continue. So we have to link this. That means there is one connectivity for F5 we have to do. That means we have created separately this one and company code like a control unit and we set the company code. And the data always remember. So while we use just to understand the logic here. So when we are doing this, so while doing this, we post the transactions in finance FB50 GL we use it. So the data will we update the cost center. That means the cost center is creating under controlling module. So the data will flow from controlling module to CO. Data sorry F5 module to the data flow from F5 module to CO. So in case like if you have multiple ledgers, because I said about the parallel ledgers concept already. So you can use multiple ledgers. So that what we have to do here, that multiple ledgers when you are using this. So which ledger the data should go here from here. That's the reason we do this. So there is a path for this. There is a T code. We are not getting that. I show you the path. So here IMG financial accounting, financial accounting global settings. So go to ledgers. Well, this is a path. So I write down this path. Just IMG financial accounting. Um, then the ledgers. Then under ledgers, integration of controlling model with financial model. Integration of controlling model and financial model. Okay, we do this. So here you go and select this one. Define ledger for CO version. Define ledger CO version. So I'm telling the system here in my company code, in my controlling area, which I'm using for my company code, the reporting version is 0. The OKEQ steps we have done, activated the comparison plan, actual WA. So the data will flow from 0L ledger. 0L ledger, leading ledger, which I already explained. Save this. So this completed the configurations. That's it. Very simple configuration. Then what is next? Actually, we required cost profit master data. So what are the cost centers which we decided? Cost centers and profit centers. These are the plans which we have. So the master data which we are going to create like this. So first you create profit center, then you create cost centers. So the profit centers which we can create in KCH51. Okay. See the in first step of this one, I said you about in O double K sorry in 1K 0K E5. 0K E5 is a step which we used here. Profit center. I had created this dynamic profit sorry this standard hierarchy. Okay, so standard hierarchy means this is the top node to create any profit center. So it will come automatically here. So when you're creating any profit center, so under profit center, this controlling model, this is the top node hierarchy we call it. So under the dummy is already kept. I tell you what is this. So you have to create three profit center here as per our plan. One is shirt, P shirt, BFN22 profit center, P pant, BFN22 profit center, and P com, BFN22 profit center. These three profit centers to be created. How you can create? Just right click on this and create profit center. Enter that what is the code which you want to enter. This is, and it's activated from normally from 2025 minutes. The year is static. So the shared profit center BIFN22, name of this profit center, and responsible you can mention head, not much important as of now, and save this. The first one is done. The second one is pant. So right click on this, pant cost center, sorry, profit center, BFN22, head, and save. The third one is common. Common profit center, BFN22, head, and save. Three I have done here. Three. Common, pant, and shirt. Three profit center. But by default, it's going to be red. We have to go here, activation, and select all, and click OK. That means we are activating. That's it. We activate. It's in green mode. That's it. We created profit centers. After creating profit center, we let us go for creating cost centers. Cost centers can be created in OKEON, create cost centers. Okay, well, so it's not taking. Oh, yes, this also exactly not like so. Here, if you remember in O double KP, I said one thing. The first step of controlling mode. So I mentioned here B-22. So the I said cost center standard hierarchy. What is the meaning of this? This is a top node to create profit center, cost centers. Under this, we are going to create all cost centers. That's it. So how do you create cost center now? Very simple. Just right click on this and create cost center. So here we have a plan to create cost center. This first one, C shared B-22. And you can mention shared cost center B-22. And you can mention head responsible. And here, cost center category is there. So for cost center category, direct cost centers, like if it's like shared direct cost center, update with F. Indirect cost centers, like this common cost centers, update with W, any other thing other than F. You can mention like as of now W. Okay, so here I'm creating this cost center is a direct cost center. So what I do, I go inside and I select this F. So what is the use of? You come to the later stage and go to organization. The important thing here, after updating these three, you have to go to organization and enter here profit center. So why do you enter profit center here? That we discussed later. Okay. As of now, if you are creating a shared cost center, as we have a plan, okay, shared cost center, shared profit center, shared cost center, pan profit center, profit center, common and common. So what you do here, if you are creating a shared cost center, select that cost center what you created. So we have three. One is dummy is there, dummy you can ignore. So one is shared time creating, P shared. Enter and save this. So the again I want to create for pant. So go here. So here. again it's F because it's a direct cost center. Here select pant cost center. Sorry, pant profit center. So finally common profit center. Cost center.
Sir, cost center only we are creating. Actually.
It's a cost center, right? I'm creating CC.
Okay, okay, sir.
Profit center we already created,
No,
right?
sir. Yeah, okay, sir.
So, but this cost center category should be W or any other than F you can select according to the thing. So it's an administration. I'm creating common. Just I select W. So here you have to select common. Save this. So what we have done here, we created these three cost centers and three profit centers, and we have activated that also. This cost center need not to be activated by default. When you save it, it's get activated. Okay. So now what we have done, we have done the configurations whichever is required for controlling model, and we have done the master data what we have required for controlling model. So we already know the very clear purpose why we do this. We know the purpose now. So let us move forward. So here, one thing which you are not very clear, I know that why did we assigned profit center to cost center? I tell you after posting and showing the reports. While showing this, I'll tell you why did we create this. So let us have this question in your mind. But separately we have done. So now, just like let us go for this same example. Okay, what I do, I take up this example of like expenses and revenue booking. What we have taken for other things. Okay, I take up these two. So I do this, the same example. I book in 1,000 rupees. That means this at company code level is there, right? Product one, product two is there. 500 and 600 and 1,000 rupees revenue and 1,000 rupees revenue. I'll book it. One sec, please. Hello. ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ. Hello. Yes. Now you see this. I'm going to show book the same. I book these expenses and book these expenses, and so I'm doing this for product management shirt, and also I book one common, common one. Okay, let me book this, then I'll go for common. So let me don't make it confused. So I go here. I go to FB50 as usual, the same entry. I book it in specifically in the month of fifth month. Okay, fifth month I'll go because the future date why I'm taking to show you the report very clearly. It's easy to understand if you don't mix up with that. So I book an expenses. Just let me book in any expenses. It no need not to be the same exactly the same, but I'm booking in expenses. 500 rupees first. But this time what I'm going to do, see, but if I want to do this, there is one thing which we have to do this. So if I try to save this, if I enter, and if I enter here, and system accepted, and it's saved, no issues. It's like there is one thing which is going to be act like the other. So what's the issue here? So while you when controlling module activated after posting transactions in FI module, like that means what we have done, we already have the FI module activated. Now we are activating controlling module. So then this the below error will appear. What is this? This is the error. This error we get. We get this error. So only, so if you activate this control module while you are before doing the transaction, you don't get this error. That means controlling module and FA module configured together. In real time we do that. In real time what we do that controlling module together, because we plan before we are posting transactions and going live. We plan, okay, what are the cost centers we required, what are the profit centers, like this everything we plan, so that we don't get this. But here we get this because in between. So what you should do here at the time of this one, if you get this error, okay, just click on this and click on this last blue line item which is highlighting here, and here we get this 0 L E1 or something like this. We get it right. What you do now? Mm, click on this anyone. We get this. That means after clicking this, just remember, after clicking this error, you have to click on this. After clicking that, click on anyone and go here. Update existing, highlight it, highlights here. Update existing posting as in company code to controlling area. And run project updating, highlight it, just execute and enter the project code which you entered at the beginning stage. I mentioned project we got, like when you are doing this O double KP2 first step, when you are saving that, we got that error. So just B-22 we enter project code, just execute, show cockpit, and select this and execute again. Yes, sorry, you have to select this and execute. Okay, it's already processing. Refresh, then it's green. So that means what system is going to do? System update itself with, okay, the controlling module to be activated. Okay, that's it. This step. So now after doing this, I can go here and I can post a transaction. But before that, what you should do, I tell you, I don't want to show the things like that. So what I'm going to do, so once CO module is activated, Okay, in GL account, like specifically P&L account, P&L GLs, need to activate CO category or cost element. We call it as a cost element category. What is this actually? The meaning of this? As we know, the data cost centers and profit centers are created under controlling model. The data while posting FI transaction, data will flow to CO model. So here in FS00, we have to tell which GL datas should flow to CO model. What is the required here? You may think that. So I tell you. Say, suppose if your company has, like, say for example, you do the revenues. Just assume that you do the revenues, or else you are doing some expenses or revenues like this. Okay. So here in this P&L account, expenses and revenues are there. Some expenses are there and some revenues. Like I had given this P&L account example in the earlier class, not earlier, it's in the starting stage of the class. So that means I had given the expenses and revenue. They suppose as this the 200 rupees revenue as 40 rupees revenues has come from by renting a Yeah, sorry, I lost the power here. Okay, I was telling here uh, the 40 rupees revenue which we got it right. So out of 1,200, it's in renting an place for office in office premises mobile tower. Is it related to shirt or pant?
No, sir.
No, right? Can we consider it as in shirt or pant revenue?
No, sir.
Why?
Sir, actually, it is something extra, sir. It does not come for this production.
Production. It's not actually the
I mean, for
office. Correct now. So that means this
yes, sir.
revenue is not related. That means when I'm calculating the cost or like cost or revenue of a shirt to get the profit or loss, I should not consider this 40 rupees. That means this 40 rupees should not flow to controlling module, right? Monica, are you getting Monica and Arshita?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that means we are not supposed to get the. That means we have to tell here. So while I'm booking the expenses, that means when I'm booking the expenses here, while I'm booking the entry in FB50, so I should be aware of what are the GL accounts which I use. The data should update with cost centers and profit center. That means the flow, the expenses which I am booking, or revenue which I am booking, whether it should go to shirt or pant or common cost centers and profit centers. So that's the reason what we do. We do this step. Okay, once this one. So what I do here, I go to FS00. I go to FS00. I tell the system. Here you see, I was creating GL account in controlling the tab. Like if I select any expenses or revenue, stationary. In controlling tab, I was not seeing I was doing this much. Like I was updating this and but if when updating after activating controlling model, we get this tab. Cost element category. Now I have to tell the system here, okay, if I am posting any transaction, then the expenses should flow to controlling module. That's what we call it. The GL accounts, expenses and revenue which are activated with controlling module to be flown, that we call it as a cost element category. That means cost element GLs. Example you see, I activate the stationary expenses and I go to edit and this is going to be mandatory and I select this. So this can be like either revenue that the expenses should update with the 01 and revenue GL should update with 11. Okay, that's the two things. Select one and enter and save. So what did I do here? I use this 5100 this activated, but for conveyance expenses I have not activated. Just have this idea. I don't activate it. Okay, I cancel this. So now I post an entry. Simply, I try to post an entry in FP50 using these two GLs. One GL is 5100 and another one is 51002. This I'm not going to post. Just I'm going to just show you what is the difference. Both I make it debit and credit. So enter. System is asking, okay, account 5100 requires an account assignment, because I set the system for 5100 the stationary expenses should cost element category. That is that I am telling, okay, this data whatever I entered here, it has to go to this expenses should go to controlling model like shirt or pant or common. Then it mandatorily will ask you, okay, you have to enter the cost center because it's an expenses. Let me take common. Enter. So now it accepts. It won't ask us for 510002 because I have not activated this controlling mode. Okay, are you getting my point? I'm not telling like just like this example, which revenue or expenses should go to for shirt and pant. Okay, are you getting everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, your voice, your voice is not clear, Monica. It's getting break.
I'm audible, sir.
Yes.
I'm saying you are doing uh, two GL posting together, sir. Like
Mm. Yes.
convention stationery.
Yes. GL I am together. I am posting, but one is asking, one another one is not asking. Why? Because we made that activation. Getting na?
Sir, so need to do the activation in convents also, na?
I can do. I am telling that okay, only the expenses which I book for this stationery should flow to controlling model, the data, because I want to calculate this pant and shirt expenses, and this conveyances expenses I should not. I'm telling that it should not go. That's the way. That's the way we have to categorize the GL accounts.
Okay, okay.
Generally, what we do in simple words, if I want to tell. So here, whatever the GL accounts which are selected as primary or cost revenue, it is going to be mandatorily will ask you cost element category. So for those type of GL accounts, which just I said like revenue and expenses like this, out of the production activity, those GLs we select from non-operating expenses and revenue. So those GLs, these GLs do not ask you. For example, if I do this conveyance expenses non-operating and I save this, if I save this, I made it as a non-operating expenses. That means this we won't ask you. We don't get that field here, that cost element category. That means these type of GL accounts which is not related to production activity, like this controlling model, the data will not flow at this. So system do not consider these GL accounts. The whatever the entries which are entered here will not flow to controlling model for cost calculation purpose, maybe expenses or revenue. Okay. So if I just change this conveyances again, if I change this to P&L for primary or cost, okay, here it will ask. Hope you got the clarity, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Monica, Monica.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Earlier you have not selected, and now you are
Earlier it
selecting.
won't ask until you activate controlling area. This tab will not come at all. Once we activate controlling area, controlling model, then only this tab will come with a GL account. That too when you select this primary cost. Only if you select primary cost or revenue, this you have to enter. If you don't select this, other than this, if you select any other, like maybe non-operating, maybe balance sheet, this tab will not come at all. Okay, this section, because these data do not require. So when you select anything, like as I mentioned, the controlling model is it's just like an expenses and revenue only it will take. What are the data should be taken from FI module for the calculation of costing of product? That's the ultimate purpose, costing and the revenue. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now I activated the stationary expenses so that it's going to be mandatorily will ask me. So where is stationary? Non-operating I selected. So I cancel this. I already selected. Oh, it's not right. It's non-operating is there. I'll make it primary, and here I'll select one. One means expenses. Also at the same time, I make this income rather the sales income. So this I'll select 11, the revenue. I'm telling the system these are the revenue GL accounts. So when you select this 11, system will ask you profit center. When you select one, system will ask you cost centers at the time of posting transaction. Because system will come to know, okay, this expenses, okay, this expenses is an expenses. This whatever is selected one is expenses. So at the time of posting, it is mandatory will ask you the cost centers to be entered. If you're posting, if you make it this as in sales, this will 11. So then it mandatory will ask you, okay, profit center revenue has to be entered, whether it's a revenue of like pant or shirt, like that. Okay, clear? Let me
Yes,
post
sir.
an let me post an enter. I'll enter here fifth month and I'll expenses and this one debit and credit and 500 as I planned. I'm going to enter the same actual same thing. 500 for product one. Product one means, see, if I enter and I'll go and tell, okay, this cost which I'm incurring is for shirt. Okay, enter. I'm mentioning this in why this is coming. In OKUOL, that's blocked against this one here. If I come here, indicators, actual revenues and plan. Revenues I'm not posting, right? So this is not revenue. And did I make mistake here? Here I selected for maybe 11. No, it's correct 11 one only. What's the error I'm getting? Cost center shirt blocked against direct postings 50. Here it's blocked. Somebody may made this automatic, so that's the reason. I don't want revenues, only expenses, primary cost and plan cost. Okay, so this also I'll check. So this somebody made this by default. Actually, by default it will be only these two will be blocked. That's the reason. Here also it's done. So in this indicators in the OK event where we create this cost centers, so you can check out this actual cost and primary cost can be posted. Okay, this should be open. I can block this if I don't want to post. That's the reason it's asking. So now it will get posted. So what I'm doing now, I'm booking. So this is I'm booking 500 rupees for this cost center with this here and save this. See, when you do this, we have done this entry. One entry is done, and the second entry which I'm going to do for revenue. It's credit and it's debit. 1,000 rupees revenue I'll book. And this time when I book this, I have to give mandatorily the profit center. I cannot give the cost center here. If I give the cost center, system will tell you cost centers are not allowed because it's a revenue. I have to book. See here, it's a revenue. See cost centers, it's booked against revenue. Revenue we cannot book. So what I should do, I have to go for profit center. I should select, okay, this is the show, this is the revenue which I'm getting from shirt, and enter and save it. So the same thing which I'm going to book it for this 500 and 1000 again. So 600 and 1000 again. Okay, I book this for product two, the pant. So I book this stationery again, and this one, and debit and credit, and this is 600 rupees and 600. The cost center is pant. Save it. The second one is revenue. It's credit and debit 1000 rupees. The profit center. Mm, it is shirt. It's pant. So what did I do now? I have done. I did the same entry booking here. This entry I booked. I booked expenses for product one. I use cost center, and I booked 1000 rupees revenue. I use profit center shirt. Again, I did the same thing. Now in the month of like May, we have booked this entry, and let us go and see the report. How simple we can get the expenses report. So I go to this report. Again, I give the same input, the GL accounts. I'm telling the system, okay, fifth month I'm telling. I want only fifth month, and execute. I get other things also. Fifth also means the carry forward balance will get. But if I click on this profit center, see, not assigned, you can leave it, the old one, but new one you can see. The shirt pant I got 400, 5,000 rupees revenue, 600 rupees revenue, expenses. So the 400 profit, and this one 500, 500. I got this 500 profit here, 1000. So the total 900 rupees profit which I got it from these two. So automatically it will divide. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Is it clear?
Sir. Yes, sir.
The same way, the business area segment and other things, the same way. But so there is one question which is left still. Why we assign the cost profit center to cost center? See, if I want to see the report, okay, if I want to see the report of, okay, what's the profitability of my expenses? So like for product one, here I'm getting very simply after clicking this profit center panel. So to know the report, I required this expenses and as well as the revenue. Both I required, right? I require both. Then only I can tell that. One second, please. Hello. So 1 minute, please. Don't mind. I'll come back. Just 3 minutes. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You
Yes.
are audible.
Yeah. So what I was telling here, if I want to get the report, I want input here. I want to collect the input. Okay, so to know the profit of any product, I should have the cost and expense. So here, while booking the transaction, what we are doing, we are separately booking in cost center while doing expenses, and profits, revenues are booking in profit center. So I want to know the means in business area and all what we did. So when I click, so I was entering the expenses and revenue to the business area only for branches. But if I'm entering these expenses for product, I'm entering separately cost centers and profit. So I want to know, I want to give okay expenses one side and revenues one side is booking. So I want to know the profit or loss means I should have the both together. So what system will do here? So to collect the revenue while doing the expenses, so sorry, while doing the revenues, while booking revenues, we collect in profit center, right? In profit center, we book it and we get the revenue. So for this revenue, and while booking expenses, we use collect in cost centers, right? So here to know the this one, I should have this revenue and profit like expenses. So in report, what we do, so directly this expenses is this cost centers are connected to profit centers, where at the time of creation of cost centers, here we are in organization, we are giving the connected like parallelly we created shirt and pant common, right? So we are giving that here itself. So that means whatever the expenses which you book automatically will flow to this profit center, so that it collects the cost also indirectly through cost center. Will collect the cost and profit expenses also directly. We book the cost also. How you can see this? So if I go to the entries which we posted today in FB03, maybe I'll take the last one, the entry which we have done. So here we enter the cost center. Where is cost center? I'll set up the layout. We get this cost center. This is revenue. I'll take 49, the previous one. Here I enter the I enter the cost center here. Automatically, the system has taken profit center because this cost center participant is connected the masters itself to collect the cost. We don't directly use it. Indirectly, it will get connected. Are you getting my point? The cost centers are connected to profit centers. So from when you are booking entries, you use the cost center. Automatically, the system will take profit center from there. So I'll show you one entry. I don't post, but see here. I'll use this, and if I booking expenses and debit, I need to enter the cost center, right? I enter the cost center here. So if I enter the cost center here, automatically the system will take the profit center from backend from the masters, it which we cannot change it. Here it's because it's grayed out. You can see it is there. If I change it to shirt, automatically the profit center also will change because it collects the cost from here, and we book the revenue directly there. So then it will give the report here automatically by in one click. Or if I enter profit center, I get the okay. This is the expenses booked, and this is the revenue booked, and this is the profit. This is the reason we connect it. Are you getting?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, I've joined late, but in this time, I can get that if we know the profit, so we have assigned the uh, profit center to cost center so that we can get the exact revenue.
See, see, to get the to get the profit or profit of a product, right? Okay, profit of a product. You required what are the expenses which are booked and what's the revenue booked, right? So what we do here, we book revenue in value product wise in profit center, and we book expenses in wise cost center. So when I want to see the report, okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just simply clicking the profit center here and I'm getting the report here. How? Because one side system is collecting revenue here, another side the profit center is collecting revenue, okay, and cost center is collecting separately, but it's also like profit center is collecting cost as well, so that the cost is collected in profit center and as well as in cost center is separately is there, but profit center is collecting revenue and as well as the cost, okay, okay, so that we get the report. Got it?
Okay, sir.
Not getting me, tell me, I'll tell you other way, don't
No,
worry.
no, it's okay, sir. Sir, the configuration you have already said on the in the recordings, na, so that I can listen it out.
Configuration is nothing. That's what I
No,
said.
the automatically actually we have selected the
Not
cost
one.
center, so automatically profit center has been selected
Yes,
in FB50.
so it collected the cost as well, and it's revenue we are booking directly. So the both are getting. So in one profit center, I am getting revenue as well as a cost, so that we get the report of profit of any product in one click. Right? Pay
Okay,
attention.
yeah,
See,
okay, sir.
see, while booking expenses, I did not use cost center. Sorry, profit center. But still, in profit center accounting, it's automatically expenses are fetching here. How? Because we connected the cost center in the sorry, profit center in the cost center itself. Okay. So to flow
Okay,
the
sir.
data, expenses data. This is the
Okay.
mechanism. Yeah. Clear, right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ed- do you feel controlling model is difficult now?
No, sir.
Arshita?
No,
No, sir.
See, understand. When you understand, it's easy. If you don't understand, if you do it only simply steps, it's very difficult to explain. Okay, that is one thing. So then, if this is the reason why we require controlling model separate, so it could be joined like this profit center concept can be added in profit center and cost center concept can be added in um, rightly in FI only, right? Why they made it separate module? That question should come. So because of integration. Because here we have booked transactions directly in FI module. In FB50, FB60 we have entering. Okay, very simple. But in here the product, if you want to produce a product, okay, lot of things will come. Example, materials has to flow. Okay, so the production activities has to flow, production expenses, material expenses, that these and a lot of things will come that required. So when those things are required, so that's integrated with other models like MMPP and this one also sales, because actual the data is like material management will give the material expenses data, because material people will send the materials for the production activity. Then our FI module responsibility to collect the cost of a product, collect the cost of a product. Very simple. So then sales people, sales and distribution module will do the sales, and our this one is FI need to collect revenue. In between, production module will come. Production people do not only collect the materials, they use the man, materials, and other expenses, maybe make a miscellaneous depreciation, maybe maintenance, that these and all they keep adding. So who is going to this one collect the cost of production activity? So as these mechanism works there, production. So from other departments, we should be aware of that one. We should be aware of how these data will flow to get the production pant and shirt. The cost is collected. That's the reason cost feels difficult. Cost do not feel, it's not actually difficult costing, but when we integrate it with other module, the data will flow from there. And when you try to understand costing from SAP, it's not going to be understood. So if you want to understand, you have to break up these things into clusters, and you have to understand first, like this, like I have done this costing, very simple costing. Why the people say costing is difficult? Because these entries whichever I posted, it will flow from MMSDNP. The system automatically will post this transaction, and then we are responsible, okay, to collect the cost at the time of what they do. So they may send the products, which material the products has been sent. Okay, they may do the use the labors, and which materials they use the labors, and they may use the sales they have done. Okay, which material we are getting the revenue. All this data which has to be posted, it's going to be done, and we are responsible to make a proper this one. That's the reason they made separate module for that, and the cost is collected separately for cost collection to make the final costing, and revenues are connected with the revenue, and this is going to be connected here. So just what we have done. So what we are going to do in future, right? We are going to produce a product and collect the cost just like this. What we booked the transaction, right? The same thing which you are going to do, then the data will flow from other modules automatically. The system posts the transactions just like GST, TDS we posted, and we have done this asset accounting posted automatically. You know that, right? Asset accounting calculates the expenses and other things and all, like gain from loss, or loss from sale of asset. Like everything is going to be automatic like that. Here also it's going to be automatic. So we are responsible to understand how we can collect the cost as per the requirement. So this is the future class. Don't worry about it. But tomorrow, I'm going to show you one common cost I book it, and how this common cost going to be allocated on a product. Like, say for example, here profit center we have like this patent shirt, and I have one more common profit. So that common cost is there. That cost, if I book it, that has to be common cost and revenue, whatever we get it, that has to be allocated on the products. Common cost. So how we can allocate it? We booking the common cost, because I want to report only how much I spent expense. Say for example, my GL expenses, my total expenses as I mentioned here, if it is showing, if it is showing 1,000 rupees, means that has to be either on the shirt and pant. It cannot be in the common, because when I want to correct the, like if I fix this 600 rupees here, I want to sell it for 720 rupees, so that I get, this is the selling price, this is the cost. Then the profit is going to be 120 rupees from here. And if it, this may be six the 600 500 rupees I may sell, or else 480 rupees I may sell. So 80 rupees profit. So out of this total 2200 rupees profit, just ignore this. So I got this. So if I want to fix this price, I want this to be, I cannot common cost, I cannot sell. This common cost to be allocated on the product. Tomorrow I'll book on common cost, and I show you how we can allocate this common cost on products. So the total cost, this always the common cost at the month end, it has to be zero. The expenses should be zero. That should be that, like we have to empty it. So finally this price will come. We have to maintain the stock at that price, and according to that the selling price will be decided, and based on that they will make the profit. They'll fix the profit. We see that after seeing this, so these entries whatever we have done FI module, and we are going to see that with the integration module. Got it? Got it? The connectivity? Please understand. Hmm? Are you okay, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
See, Edwin, please watch last week video. You will get a lot of information. And this week
Yes, sir.
video also, everyone you see this, and get ready. I'm going to book an expenses tomorrow common. Expense. I'm going to tell you how to allocate these expenses on direct cost centers. Why do we create common cost center? Because which we cannot. At the time of posting transaction, I cannot decide, okay, whether it's a shirt or pant, the expenses which I'm spending. So that I which I cannot decide. So that I keep it in a common cost. At the month end, I transfer these values to products. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Nice. So we'll wind up today. So tomorrow we'll see this common cost. Please watch this video again and come back with your questions. So maybe Balraj will support you if you are in any doubts or something. If he is not clearing, because this costing, right? The way he teaches costing is in a different way, and the way I teach in a different way. Okay, there's some differences there because controlling module has its own way of understanding. So people understand, like if you ask, okay, cost center, okay, you just go to Google and ask, okay, what is cost center in SAP? So cost center is a different organized unit of department where the costs are recorded separately and used for cost center management according to the collect and collect overhead cost. So this nobody understands what is overhead cost and what is allocation and other things. The way which I explained in a different way, but that's the ultimate reason. So if you go here for so people the different consultant teaches in a different way, so you have to understand the purpose behind it and organize within the controlling area and replace different functional requirements allocation. These terminologies will make you SAP wise okay, but not logically. People has to get the clarity in their mind. What is actually the cost? They have to understand what is actually costing first, then you have to understand cost centers. So that's the reason. Please try to understand in the way. And if you get the doubts and if you are not clarified with Balraj, you can correct me. I'll support you with its costing and all. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If you don't practice, if you don't try this, and don't expect the controlling module and other models you are going to understand. It's very difficult. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then thank you very much, and we'll meet tomorrow. Same time,
Okay, sir.
maybe on 11 o'clock you can fix it. Maybe 11:15. I'll connect. Okay. Hmm? Thank you very much. Bye bye. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir. Bye.